Kagurabachi Chapter 102 is here, and it is the moment we have been waiting for. Chihiro, Samura, Yura, let's just get straight into it. Okay, so Chapter 102 is titled What You Need to See, and we pick up in this moment right here, where Shiba has teleported Yura outside of the Kamunabi HQ in order to confront Samura and Chihiro, and this just goes so hard. But Samura looks up at him and says, I see you've changed course quite a bit. And Yura says, yes, just in case, and rightfully so. And as Yura is saying that, he is descending until he lands on the street. And he says, since you've changed your mind too, Samura, and quite significantly. Yura just looks at him and says, did you see a different future? And Samura says, yes. And Yura says, I've changed my mind a bit too. I spoke with him. And Samura's kind of like, what? And Yura says, the sword master. You must have known him well. You all still call him that. Is it to protect his dignity? They say he lost his mind and unleashed the malediction, right? And that he was overwhelmed by the sword's true power, and that he lost control, and that it was an accident. They say he didn't mean to do it. Well, you can drop all of that now. Yura continues and says, he was fully aware of his actions. Whether or not you choose to believe that is up to you. And I intend on bringing the sword master back. And as he says that, Samura's grip tightens on his sword. And Yura thinks to himself, the sword master, he's completely stopped encroaching into my body. He's probing my intentions. I'll demonstrate through this battle what I believe. These two are worthy opponents. The three of them are still just in this standoff, and Yura continues saying out loud, the malediction wasn't an accidental disaster. It was one man's deliberate action, power he wielded for his country. And now that absolute power should be used to rule, to bring order to this chaotic world. Kunishige Rokuhira made the wrong choice. And as he says that, Chihiro's eyes are just locked in on him. And Yura says, the Sennuchi enchanted blade is the power this world needs. As Yura says that, he begins to draw the blade, and Samura thinks to himself, this area hasn't been fully evacuated yet. So out loud, he says, this stops here. And then we see all three men jump into action, and Chihiro is just instantly behind Yura with Samura right in front of him. It's at this moment that Yura casts the centipede sorcery, and this thing goes spiraling across like city blocks. It's huge, and we get two just pages of panels of this happening with like the rock starting to shatter beneath their feet, and instantly Samura recognizes this. He goes, this is similar to the power the sword master commanded 18 years ago. The narrator then begins explaining what Samura experiences in this moment. As the earth shatters beneath them from this centipede, it says that Samura can feel this quake his body and instantly realizes that this is reaching people 300 meters away. Samura can see them. After losing his vision, Samura's other four senses developed to a superhuman level. Now, his vision resides atop that pyramid. He can see everything. The people who are about to die. Samura turns to save them while Yura waits for his opening. This is just so cool. It's basically saying that Samura has awakened now, and with his sight, he can literally see all of these people 300 meters away that are about to die from this centipede attack. And it strikes fear in him because he doesn't want all these people to die. So he's about to be distracted, which is what Yura wants. Yura is looking for that opening so that he can cut him down. So Samura is focused on all of these innocent civilians, not knowing what to do. And in that moment, we see Shiba appear around these civilians, and he starts teleporting them out. And as if he knows, because he does know that Samura can see him, he says, focus. Samura, those eyes of yours are a liability. I will evacuate everyone here. You focus on what you need to see. Shiba is the god. Samura then refocuses on the battle at hand, and what his eyes perceive is Chihiro. And Chihiro is wrecked, flesh and bone, by the same shockwaves that Centipede is causing. And yet, Chihiro's bloodthirsty gaze never wavers from his foe as he readies his sword. And Samura thinks back to what Chihiro told him. I will destroy the Sennuchi. I need you to use your powers to heal the injuries I'm going to incur. And Samura just immediately says, Suzaku. Bro, I'm getting a little emotional here, but then we see Chihiro's body just engulfed in the flames of mercy from Samura, starting to heal his wounds as he just readies the white purity style standing in front of Yura. And the narrator says, the flames of mercy reached him faster than Yura's next blow and gave him a foothold for his decisive strike. As Chihiro readies this attack, he's thinking back to memories. The first one being the words of 200,000 people were massacred in Shikoku, including children. The next memory is Shiba telling him that Rokuhira was consumed by regret for forging the enchanted blades. And the third memory is what Yura just said. The absolute power of the Sanuchi should be used to rule the world. And then Chihiro thinks back to standing over his father's dead body. And out loud, in the present, he says, I'm not gonna let that happen. Chihiro then blitzes forward with his attack, and he and Yura clash blades. And as they do, Chihiro just looks at him and screams, this ends right here and now. We then just cut to a shot of the Swordmaster, who is seemingly just kind of perceiving all of this going down, and that's where the chapter ends. Bro, this chapter was so good. We are just scratching the surface on this battle, but that was just so beautifully done with Samura and his eyes seeing what he needed to see, and that being Chihiro. Oh my god, this was so good, y'all. Like I said, I was getting emotional halfway through as I was going through this, but like, it was just beautiful, man. And Shiba coming in the clutch to teleport everyone out, knowing that that's what Samura would be focusing on. Like, Shiba really is the GOAT, man. Knowing that Samura had his eyes healed and that he would now be distracted by his superhuman perception about all of these innocent lives. He's like, hey, bro, focus. I got this. Focus on what your eyes need to see. Hokazono, you spoil us, man. Like, what is about to happen, man? Chihiro just consumed in flames. When this gets animated, I'm telling you, bro, people are going to jump on the bandwagon so hard, but we're here for it. Oh my god, Kagurabachi is so good, man. Anyways, y'all, I hope the quality wasn't too different on this one compared to usual. I'm out of town this week, so I'm not in my normal setup, so I tried to find the best lighting and audio I could. Hopefully there wasn't too much of a difference. Maybe you guys didn't notice, but if you did, that's what's going on, so appreciate you bearing with me on that. But yeah, anyways, I guess, that's going to do it for this one. But as always, please let me know all of your thoughts on this chapter down below. And if you aren't already a part of the squad, hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button, and better yet, join the Discord and come talk Kagurabachi with us there, because we need more Bachi bros. But as always, y'all, thank you so much for watching.